So thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Business Minute. I'm your illustrious host, sir. And today I have a special guest, Miss Whitney of Integrity Financial Solutions. How are you today, ma'am?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I can't complain. So, Miss Whitney, I appreciate you taking time out your day to do this interview. And while we're getting started, we might as well transition to one of my first questions. If you could just explain, what is it that Integrity Financial Solutions is about? What is it that you guys do?
Integrity Financial Solutions is about tax preparation, and we prepare them with integrity. I mean, I've seen companies out there that have did the most during tax season, and it's just for tax season. With integrity, we are open year round. My clients can find me 24/7. I don't care if you have a question late at night. I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to respond to you. My company is we work for our clients.
Okay. Well, that's always important to put the client first. That definitely making them a priority will reflect in your business work and your work regimen. So kudos to you. So my next question, how long have you been active with Integrity Financial Solutions?
Integrity, I've been active with for 4 years. I did 3 years working up under someone to develop my craft. And then after I developed it, I went abroad.
Okay. And what really, when you say you went abroad, what really inspired you to start and look into going to business, yourself?
Just being, well, I say for years, for working for someone, making sure that they are at their top priority, taking my time to make sure that someone else's business is at top priority, because I give 110%. I thought about it and I was like, I should take this time and effort with this craft that I already know and develop it for myself. And when I thought about it, and it wasn't for the money, it was just for the service,
Right.
for me to service someone else. And I took that time and I took that effort, and I poured that blood, sweat, and tears into my own company.
I completely understand. A lot of times with a job, we can get complacent and become just a number, not a person. So it's always wonderful to find that entrepreneurial spirit and find your own lane in the workforce. So you mentioned a journey, which I want to loop back around to, because with every journey, there's an obstacle. So what obstacles did you encounter along the way?
The obstacles that I've experienced just with being an apprentice under somebody, I learned how to manage my commission, because this job is a commission job. I was getting paid way under commission, and I didn't see it at first. Like they'll say, "Oh, we're gonna pay you this amount," but then this amount end up showing on the commission stuff. And I was like, no. I also, when I first started learning, I had to teach myself. Like, the trainer that I had was not available, like she stated. So I taught myself. And then when I taught myself, I went to corporate for the company that we had. And she taught me some more stuff. And then I also partnered with other local tax companies that were all in that franchise. And the people that I connected with taught me better than what I had learned my first 2 years.
Okay. No, so it sounds like you really were a journey woman, learning as you went. And you didn't let someone else lack of responsibility stop you. And I think that's important as well. If you can't, find a way, you make a way. And I think that's important for everyone who pursues success in whatever format they use. My next question is a little bit more of a personal one. we're all wear more than one hat, so to speak, whether it's with your entrepreneurship or as a parent or whatever facet it may be. How do you manage to find that balance between work and your personal life?
I try to balance my work out enough because this is not my only job.
Okay.
I work at a insurance firm, at an insurance company where we do Medicare. So I learned to balance my business life as me being an owner, as me being an employee versus me being a normal person that just, hangs out. Um, and to tell you the truth, I had to balance that. And to be honest, it's with God's help
Mm,
because without structure, prayer, there's no way I can balance this on my own.
gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I understand. You look to the hills from whence come your help. So I hear you. So now I want to go back to kind of like an amalgamation of all the time you've spent up to this point, your experiences, your ups, your downs. What experience so far have you found to be the most memorable?
I just say the memorable is knowing every tax season when my clients get their money, they're like, my God, I've never had someone that spend this much time, this much effort to make sure my numbers are correct.
Mm,
This is like one of the best refunds I've had. I mean, referrals, I can do my work, but when the referrals pour in, that lets me know that my work is, being notarized by someone else because they take their time to say, hey, I got a qualified tax preparer. She did this for me and she can do the same for you. And when I show them that same effort, they bring in referrals.
okay. Yes. Your work ethic will speak for yourself, and that's where reputation comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So your integrity, no pun intended, spoke for
Mm-hmm.
itself. Okay.
Correct.
Cool. All right. That's cool. So now my next question is the inverse of that question because, like I said, for every high there's a low. So was there at any point that you felt you wouldn't be successful, and if so, who or what changed your mind?
I mean, I have had that situation like my first year. I, I didn't know as an owner what to do. Like my first year, um, it didn't go so good. I can be honest about that. But I mean, it taught me what to do,
Right.
what not to do. So it was just being that I had to get over that fear of failing. So once I did not prosper like I thought I would,
Mm-hmm.
it taught me what I can do and how to prevent what happened last year not to happen again.
Okay. Okay. Well, I understand that. Anytime there's a setback and you learn from it, that's never a true loss. You just gained experience. So that's always a good positive way to look at it. So the following question, I like to deem this the long-term question, and if you need a moment to think it over, I completely understand.
Mhm.
And this really has to do with your foresight and your ambition. So, where would you like to see yourself with integrity in the next 1 year, in the next 3 years, and then finally in the next 10 years?
Well, my first year, I would say still, I want to build more clientele.
Okay.
That's my first year. I'm still building clientele. Then my third year, I want to build a franchise,
Mm,
start a franchise with integrity. And then 10 years later, have those franchises flourishing.
okay. I love it. I love it. I love to hear ambition. It inspires me to go forward. So I wish you the best. I think you can pull it off, especially
Thank you.
with your work ethic and from what I'm hearing. So This next question is my final one. It's the closing one, and it's not really a question. It's just a word of encouragement, and I usually dedicate this to everyone that's listening because the hardest thing you can do is gamble on yourself. Taking a chance on yourself is often the most ominous thing you could do, but it also can be the most rewarding. So, to that person that is afraid to step out on their own, what words of encouragement would you have for them?
God.
Mm, mm. That's enough said. That's enough said. My grandmother used to say something, if I may piggyback on what you said. It's if you're gonna worry, why pray? And if you're gonna pray, then why worry?
Hmm.
So I think that's a good mantra to remember and start yourself under when going forward. So, Miss Whitney, if anyone wanted to get in contact with you regarding integrity or regarding any tax questions, or maybe just need some pointers or just a word of encouragement, what is the best way to reach you via social media or otherwise?
You, you can reach me social media on Integrity Financial Solution, on Facebook. You can also email me at integrityfinancialtaxsolutions@gmail.com. If you need to reach me by phone, then you'll have to reach out to my social media to
All
get that
right.
information.
I completely understand. There it is. So, Miss Whitney, again, thank you so much for taking your time to do this interview. On behalf of 2020 Podcast, we appreciate and support any and all local businesses that take time out their day to discuss and use our platform to help build. So, thank you so much.